Hey everybody.
Hey y'all.
I wanted to show you. I got my drag link in from, I think it was Dirt Parts. I'll put the link. But this is exactly how they shipped it. I am not exactly used to them coming in like this when I order tie rods and drag links. But
No box, just that.
just no box, just this. And I'm glad the Castle Nuts made it. You know, that would be.
We may be needing those.
Oh, that would be really bad if it didn't make it. So we're going to attempt to beat this jewel off the truck. This may be a comedy reel.
Wish us luck.
So y'all hang on for that. Oh, I did want to show you. These showed up, speaking of shipments. When we went to SEMA, we bought these from Martin's. And they shipped them to us. But I'll tell you the reason we picked Martin's. I've looked at the Hobo Freights and the Northern Tool and all those truck stands, all the ones you see online. The maximum height for a Hobo Freight or Northern Tool is 20 inches. Well, that's more than 20 inches. Let me get a tape measure.
We were excited to find this at SEMA.
Yes, we were. We were just walking down the aisle looking at car parts and found truck jack stands. The frame of that truck, and it's aired down right now, is 26 inches. If you look up a Hobo Freight jack stand or a Northern, I'll put the little picture in there, they only go 20 inches up. So you would either have to lower the truck down 6 inches, which is probably going to put my fuel tanks
on the ground.
Yeah, right on the ground. Or you would have to crib up to hold the truck up, which cribbing up on top of a jack stand, laying under the truck, doesn't sound like the best idea to me.
Sounds a little sketchy.
And I do some sketchy stuff. So if I'm saying it's sketchy, it's real sketchy. So if y'all are thinking about jack stands for your truck, and no, we weren't sponsored. We did not get these. We had to pay for these. It's not a sponsored thing, so I'm.
But if they see this and they want to send us another
set. Martins, if they want
to
send us another set. But what I liked about these was the adjustability. It wasn't just one set of holes in the jack stand.
Yeah, it's super cool.
So I thought that was super cool. Yeah. I figured y'all would like that.
Definitely.
So let's get a razor blade and cut our supreme shipping package here. We'll cut our drag link out of the package.
All right, y'all hang on.
Okay. So it's 1.25 inches. And yeah.
Somebody put the Ugga Dugga on it.
Somebody put the Ugga Dugga. So I'm going to go ahead and apologize to the earphone users. I will try to mute this, but there we go. And somebody's going to say, yes, I should have used an impact. And if they would send me one, I would love to have one.
Absolutely.
If someone from Milwaukee is paying attention,
and would love,
because I would love to have an impact to take these wheels off.
Oh, yes. We actually saw one. They had a display
at SEMA.
At SEMA, yes.
But oddly enough, the Milwaukee display, now they had every tool imaginable.
Absolutely.
But they sold nothing there. They had no coupons, no nothing to give you. It was just a display which was odd. Usually when you go to a trade show, they
Right.
incentivize you to buy something, but I don't know.
We even asked about Black Friday specials.
Yeah, I did. I asked about Black Friday specials, and they said Milwaukee would have some type of specials on, but they didn't really elaborate. So,
No. But they did say something about maybe after the first of the year, which seemed even odder to me because
yeah, you would think most of the time they have a price increase. Like come January, the price is going to go up, but yet they said February. Now everybody can check me if I'm wrong. We'll all see if the little Milwaukee rep lied to me. But he said in February there was supposed to be a huge Milwaukee tool sale. Now I don't know if I really want to wait till February to get an impact, but come February we'll see whether he was full of Rentmer or if he knew what he was talking about.
Because if he wasn't and there is a sale, then we probably will need to pick that up. But we really kind of need it now.
Yeah, we're in the headphone users. I'm going to try again. I apologize.
That wasn't so bad.
No, I can mute that to where they're not completely deaf.
But yeah, we would really like to have that tool now.
Yeah, because I can hammer on these bolts and take them out one at a time. Changing the tire on
but
this.
These bad boys.
Well, you know these are just fake.
Yeah, I know they're
luggy nut covers.
Right. I knew that.
Which they're.
Are they
I thought they were
plastic?
metal, but they are cheap plastic.
Oh.
How about that?
But we definitely.
Ooh, that one's a little loose. Cheap plastic covers.
See, we learn something new about this truck every day.
We do. Every time I touch this truck, I find something new. But
it's a learning experience for us and everyone watching.
Yeah. Gertrude.
Oh, Gertrude.
I love Gertrude. I still love her. Even though she whips my rear end on a regular basis, I still love Gertrude.
Oh yeah.
Even if I've only driven her in the yard in the past month.
Yeah. We haven't gotten out very much.
Well, I've been trying to fix things before I get back out on the road. I don't want to give Mr. DOT man an excuse to have a conversation with him.
No, we don't. But like we've said before, we're hoping to stretch old Gertrude's legs out in March. So our goal is to try to get her.
Myrtle Beach?
Yeah. But our goal is to try to get her good to go before we leave. Yes. Because that probably wouldn't be a fun trip if we break down on the way.
And I see a new leak in the floor. She's sweating horsepower.
Mm.
You know,
is that what we're calling that?
We're calling that sweating horsepower right there.
Well, there's another one up there too. Not to. Sorry. You see it?
Where?
Come back this way. You see it now?
That's a lot lighter.
Yeah. I'm not sure what that is.
It almost looks like power steering fluid. Could be.
Could be.
Could be. Very well could be.
One thing at a time.
Now, I don't know if this is going to work on the truck, but this is the trick that we use on cars when they're really old and they haven't been apart in a while. You take the castle nut and you turn them upside down and you run it back down.
To clean up the threads?
Well, not really to clean up the threads, but you run the castle nut back down so that you have something to wail on with the hammer.
Oh. Well, yeah.
Because if I turn castle nut, if I leave the little points of the castle nut like this, if I left it up like this and then wail on it with a hammer, it bends those ends in, and then once it does break free, say it breaks free because it's a taper seat up in here. Once it breaks free, and then it just spins and spins because you've essentially made these a lock nut.
Oh.
Once you hammered them down and bent it. But if I hammer on this end, I'm not essentially changing the threads any, so I should be able to just back this back off.
Well, let's see if it works.
Let's see if it works that way on big trucks. That's what we do for the old cars, but we have no idea if it's going to work on a truck or not. And again, headphone users, apologize ahead of time. Left hand swings are rough. Nope. I dropped the Carter keys is all it was. Okay, we need the persuader.
Uh-oh. Now we gotta break out the big boy.
Well, let's also try the other trick of hammering around it. Sometimes that will.
There's a nice cobweb on this side that I'm getting. It is so bad. It did not. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna throw it on me.
Well, if it would have made it that far, I was going to throw it on you, but it broke off before I got there.
Oh, thank goodness I dodged a bullet. Y'all would have heard me scream.
Would you have squealed?
I would have squealed.
Okay. That ain't budging. She ain't giving. She's probably only been on there 2.3 million miles.
She says, not today. Not today, Jack. Not today.
Gertrude says, why don't you bring some of that back?
So now we have to get more aggressive.
Well, I got to find the other castle nut that fell.
Oh.
I need to find that. Oh, there it is. I don't want all my parts to get away before I get too aggressive. I don't know if I have a puller that will go over that.
Well, we said this was either going to go well or be a comedy reel.
Oh, it's going to be a comedy reel. I can see it. It's going to be a very long, sad comedy reel. Because now I've flattened the end of the nut.
Yeah.
And the opening end's the only thing that'll go on it now.
From your wailing?
From my wailing on it. Which, let's see, maybe I have 1.25 inch socket to get that back off. Let's dig.
Well, hang on, guys. We're going to reset with more tools.
Okay. We got the cheap Chinesium Hobo Freight 3/4 drive set involved now.
Does it really say China on the...
Made in China.
well, whatever works at this point.
I told you about the time that I was in Taiwan and they had the set of tools that said made in the USA, didn't I?
No.
I asked them why they didn't. I asked my translator because they couldn't understand me. I asked my translator why the set of tools said made in the USA. I said they got plenty of tool manufacturers in Taiwan. And the guy replied and said they don't use that junk. That's no joke. I was in Kaohsiung, Taiwan, at a synthetic rubber factory, and that's what the maintenance man told me.
Oh my gosh.
So
maybe some of our viewers don't know that before we did our shop
that I used to travel the world.
Yeah, yeah. That was kind of a good segue into.
That was how I got all my ideas to work on junk. Was
being in all the crazy places. Oh.
Okay. Well, that came back off, which was a good thing, but it still didn't come loose. So let's look and see if we have a puller. Maybe I have a puller that'll get on that, but let's spray. I know it's probably a waste of time, but let's spray some penetrant lubricant down in there while I'm looking for a puller.
Okay, I'll do that while you look for a
Okay,
puller.
you going to spray?
Yes.
You give a
little mist.
Well, how about just hose it down? At this point, just hose it down. Don't give it a little mist.
Okay, hold tight, guys.
Okay, Angie did her job in spraying the PB blaster, and
I did my job. Now you got to do your job.
None of my pullers fit. So I think I'm going to continue whaling. I have been whaling on it with the board, and
yeah, that looks rough.
Well, hold on.
Oh my. We're getting a
Ooh. What did
Wow.
When did that happen?
I'm not sure. That tells you how long it's been since we split wood.
Man, that was a hit. Whatever I did. Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. I don't know if I can. I want to be able to hit it and not anything else.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, a good swing.
Hey, my PV blaster.
You
are so welcome.
I knew you was going to be great.
I did such a good job, didn't I?
Yes, dear. You did a wonderful job.
And way to go whaling on that. I'll give you some due credit.
Golly, Neds.
That sucker was on there.
Yeah. Well, the question is.
So now what? Gotta get the other side off?
Now I got to get the other side of it off. And how am I?
You need me to PB blast again?
Well, no. I PB blasted it, but I don't know how I'm going to swing. Maybe I can turn the wheel. Let's cheat what I've got here. Now watch, I'm gonna probably lose where the.
Oh no! Oh.
All right.
What was that?
The end of the drag link fell off the axle.
Was that important?
Oh, look at the grease it drug with it. That looks like a.
Ew.
I won't say what that looks like in the floor now.
Wow.
I'm going to try with the little hammers first.
Okay.
And I can't swing. I probably should have turned the wheels.
Yeah.
Hindsight is 20/20, and a man should have turned the wheels on the truck. So, kids.
The next time that we have to change this, we'll know
And another 2.3 million.
We'll know.
It's a 30-year-old truck and 2.3 million miles on it. In another 30 years and 2.3 million miles, I'm not going to be the guy swinging this hammer.
You don't think?
Watch, I'm going to slip and it's going to go right through the radiator.
Oh, please.
Guess what?
That ain't moving.
That one's just as stuck.
Yeah.
More PB blaster.
You did it the last time. You probably need me to do it this time.
Well, your girlfriend, you can pick up that hammer and start swinging.
No, I'm saying put the PB blaster on.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say, you can pick up that hammer and start swinging anytime you feel froggy.
No, because I would put it through the radiator. So, you know how I am.
I know how you are with a hammer. All right. Well, last time, this was said answer.
Okay. Just be careful. I'm almost scared to film you wailing that axe around.
Well, evidently, I have already chopped something, and I don't even know what I would have done. Because ain't no tree that hard.
No.
Wonder if I can stand up in here.
Oh, Lord.
Lord. Lord, oh my Lord.
This may not be good.
Hercules, Hercules.
Oh.
What's your hood?
Oh, yeah, the hood come back and...
Thank you, Lord.
Good job. High five.
There was no way I was going to swing that hard this way.
No.
But now, let's see if my little trick works of getting the... Oh.
Did you really
Look how loose that really was. Look at that.
Mm.
Yeah, that was toast. That one was really done. Okay. I'm a believer now. I thought it had a little bit of slack, but she had a lot of slack.
Thank goodness, right? That we changing it.
Yeah, that's... On a truck with this many miles, that's why you,
That may or may not have left us on the side of the road.
Well, that may have left us on the road upside down. Because think about it. If that comes loose, you don't have any steering. At 80 miles an hour,
Oh, that would have been so bad.
we'd have just been a big blue cruise missile.
That's a scary thought.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Oh, come on. All right. I'm going to have to rig.
Okay.
Let's see.
Was that spinning?
Yeah, it was spinning.
Spinning ain't winning.
I'm going to have to hold her a little bit to get my castle nut because I wrecked a little bit of the threads hitting it. But
well, it had to be done.
It had to be done. Oh, come on.
I would offer you a hand, but I really or not.
Give me a hug, honey. I just love you. I just want a hug, honey. I just love you so much.
I'll give you a big hug after you use one of our...
After I use the Tubbo towel that we're not sponsored by?
Yeah. Hey, that would be a good sponsor.
Tubbo towels would be an excellent sponsor because I go through some of them things. And just for your helpful hints, you use the rag wipe the top 32 layers of grease off, and then you can take the Tubbo towel and get that last little bit.
And it actually works really well.
Let me get another board that's thinner.
Okay. So guys, always an adventure with Gertrude.
Okay, so what I'm doing is prying tension against what's left of the drag link so that I can get this nut off of here. And the reason we do this on cars is to keep from mushrooming the head, because if you just beat, let's just say you took the sledgehammer, as I did, and beat the snot out of it, you would have the chance of mushrooming this head out, and then it wouldn't go through here. So then you have to end up cutting this off and then shoving it through. So I learned this trick a long time ago, is just put the castle on. You sacrifice this, because if you look at it, I have mangled it now. Yeah. But it's better than mangling this side. If you thread it on this way, it's really done when you hit it with the hammer. But this side, see, it only mangled it a little bit. And you can still get it off. And then
one drag link.
Now let's pull. Will the rubber boot come off? Oh, there's not much of it left. Let's look inside. There's not much of it left. Just rip it off. Look at that. That thing is.
Wow.
She's done.
Yeah. I'm glad our buddy saw that.
Yeah, I mean, now look at this end. I can't even move hardly this one at all.
Yeah.
But this end is totally.
Wow, it's done.
Yeah. So, another shout out. Thanks for Rick for finding that. I mean, I eventually probably would have found it, but.
Hopefully not at 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, hopefully that would not. Because I guarantee you, she'd have been upside down in the ditch in a mangled mess of steel if a drag link had come off of her. So
we've been super blessed to be surrounded by a lot of a great.
Yeah, we do have a lot of our friends coming by, and there was a guy that came in the door yesterday. See, it's raining outside, so we brought the truck inside to work on it because I didn't feel like staying out in the rain. And he came in the door yesterday and made it about right there, and he was like, "I love it. This is absolutely great."
Yes.
He hadn't actually seen the truck before, so.
It definitely, we've been blessed to be surrounded by a lot of people. And you know what? An extra set of eyes on it to see things like that, oh, you know, that's worth its weight in gold, isn't it?
Hand me a piece of trash out of there so I can scrape the big grease goober off the floor. I mean, I know it's a shop floor, but I don't think that much grease.
No. Because you know what? One of us is going to step in that after the truck pulls out.
Oh, I guarantee it'd be on my shoe.
It would end up at the house.
And then I'd be in trouble. Guaranteed. I would be in trouble. Okay. And it was, while we put this back on, look at the name. It was Dirk's Classic Trucks.
Yeah.
Which invoice came from Dan's shop. It's got Dirk's logo on it. It's got Cummins, Cat, Baldwin filters. Says they're out of Montevideo, Minnesota.
Did you just butcher that name?
Oh, I'm sure I did. I'm sure I butchered that. All 2 pieces. Okay, and on the drag link,
we apologize to them.
Well, if they've seen my channel before, they know I butcher the English language. So, Dirk's classic truck. You look at it, the tie rod bent on this end. The bend goes down towards the wheel, goes to the pitman. Well, not the pitman arm, sorry, the pitman arm's on the box. How about, see that giant gob of grease on the axle?
Yeah, how about we get that off?
How about I wipe that off?
Okay, I'm gonna
before.
I'm gonna let you do that, and then we're gonna come back when we get this ready.
Yeah, let me clean it up before I put the parts back.
Sounds good.
I know.
So we thought we'd show you guys. We have
an extra guest.
We have an extra guest in the shop for this week.
We are dog sitting.
This is our great nephew's dog, Dolly. And she's helping in the shop this week.
She's the low patrol.
She,
Anything low, it's hers.
So Dolly's making her YouTube debut this week. Yes, but she's a good pup. So she's hanging out with us.
So if y'all hear a little tink, 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 tink in the background of the video, it's her dog collar.
Yeah. But she's a good pup. Yeah.
I like how I'm lining her up.
Oh, I like that. That was actually pretty good.
Okay.
Well, we didn't show them that we had actually cleaned that up.
That wiped the grease up?
Yeah, well, you can see a little bit.
Yeah, it's
look better.
She's not surgery room clean, but she's 2,000% better than she was. Okay, so let's use the Hobo Freight Chinesium here to snug the nuts back up. If we can get the ratchet to work. I think I broke it. Where was the dog attempting to go?
I think she was going to the house without us, but she's coming back.
Well, I broke the ratchet.
Okay.
I'm going to get the breaker bar.
All right.
Okay, so the Chinesium ratchet didn't want to have to work, so I got the Chinesium breaker bar to turn it here. She's a little more manual, but
she's working.
She's working. That's this is how we roll.
Yep.
So, and I'm thinking maybe it's one day down the road. Maybe I'll just go ahead and replace the brake chamber and the hoses. The hoses actually don't look bad. I don't see any cracks in them. Well, there is cracks right there. Okay, I mean, that's down the road. That'll be episode 87 that we'll get to that after we work on everything else that's already on the list.
It's a long list.
Just 1 or 2 items. Gertrude. It's the gift that keeps on giving. That's what it means in German. Gertrude. The gift that keeps on giving.
There you go.
Actually, not. That's not what it means.
You had me convinced.
Just for those people that were going to look up Webster to check me, I was going ahead and telling them no. That's not what she meant. Okay, and let's see.
Did you get that one?
Yeah, that one I probably need to put the Ugga Dugga on it. Bounce off the wrench a few times.
What you doing? What you doing? Are you playing?
Dolly is what? A wiener dog?
No, a Dachshund.
A Dachshund?
Yeah. I think yeah, maybe.
Does that make her? It's a furry wiener dog, right? I don't know.
I don't know. You got me. I just say she's just cute. I don't know. Yes, hers is cute. Hers is so cute. What?
Okay, well,
Let me come back and film you. I'm playing with Dolly.
I know. I will say that this tie rod didn't come with any greasable fittings. Now, whether it makes it better or worse, or I don't know, but the old one had greasable fittings in it. But we saw how it worked. I mean, I guess it made it 2.3 million miles. We're guessing it was original. The way it was stuck in there, it looked original. So,
Well,
but this one does not have grease fittings. So,
do they just not make them with grease fittings anymore?
no, a lot of tie rod and drag link, center link, all those manufacturers now are making them non-greasable. And I don't know whether their thinking is that if they seal them up completely, that it'll wear longer, or they want it to wear out. I don't know. I'm not sure what the manufacturer's
Gotcha.
thinking is, but this is not the only one I've seen without a grease fitting.
Well, it'll be one less thing you have to worry about greasing.
Yeah. Sure. Like that's a problem on this trucker. There is only about 500 things on here to grease.
I know. Giving her the old Ugga Dugga.
Yep. I'm getting ready to use my fat butt to assist.
I just don't fall.
Because all this flapjack eating, you know,
Flapjack.
it's about time I used it for something. Okay.
Got it.
Well, that's as tight as biscuits and gravy's going to make it. I mean, well, I probably ought to rotate it around till the cotter pin goes through. I bet you I might have to climb back up.
Stop when it started, right?
She ain't got enough sense to come in out of the rain.
Come here, Dolly. Come here, pretty. Dolly.
Come on, Dolly. Come on. Get in here. Come on.
Where you at? Oh, you're soaked. Did you get wet?
She ain't got sense to come in out of the rain.
Come here.
Let's see one of the new cotter pins. Man, who would have thought this would have took this much effort? Oh, you hear the truck?
I do. It's,
Somebody's on the diesel about a mile away. All right, bend the cutter key over. Bend it all the way down. Okay, that one's done. And we won't bore everybody
what's the other?
with doing the other one. I'm gonna tighten it in the same fashion, put the Carter key in, but man, who would have thought it would have taken that long to change a drag link? 2 bolts.
It's Gertrude.
It is Gertrude. I love you, baby. Me and Gertrude we're going to know each other quite well.
Yep.
So, all right. But how we end every episode. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for today.